Good morning, okay, baby, me, how you do? Sorry, you're fine, gone, singing this for you. My Shelly, tell me how you do. So, mommy, okay, this one is for you. Oh, yeah, she be a young girl. Be a young girl, sweet, my lord. Oh, yeah, she be a young girl. Be a young girl, sweet, my lord. Oh, yeah, she be a young girl. Be a young girl. Oh, yeah, wake up. Here's your tea. Oh, yeah, drink up. You don't need the makeup. Them be vex, them won't make we break up. See, you be my princess. Soft one, but together we make sense. Worry one knock out, we no sense.
My name is Afro-Caribbean.
And we are your hosts for the second annual Miss Afro-Caribbean Pageant.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, these ladies have been working so hard for the past couple of months to give you guys the best show that they possibly can tonight. So, are you guys ready for a treat? So, ladies and gentlemen, at this portion of the show, we kind of want to go ahead and let you see how these ladies can talk to you and how they can enunciate to the crowd.
So let's get to know these ladies a little bit better.
Ladies and gentlemen, the speech portion of the pageant.
people are one. And it is my pleasure to represent that place, the beautiful Twin Island country and the melting pot of the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. I was born in the capital city of Port of Spain. My family and I immigrated to America when I was 3 due to my medical complications. Like America, heart disease is the #1 killer in Trinidad. And growing up with congenital heart block and heart failure has been tough. But this topic is so important and it cannot continue to be a growing trend. The Trini culture lives in me, from my brown skin to my extensive pride in my country. As a daughter of parents who always taught me to be a leader, the niece of several successful business owners, and the granddaughter of a former Trini senator, my drive and dedication will never stop. So grab your passports and join me in the journey to the land of soca, steel pan, and the world's hottest cover. On arrival, you'll find vibrance, hospitality, and most important, over 1,900 square miles of pure multicultural diversity reflected in our food, music, and religion. So once again, I am Giovanna Hosai, your eye-catching island girl, Miss Trinidad and Tobago 2016. I'm your favorite contestant of the day. Let's go make down something. with phrases and syntax borrowed from the Africans, East Indians, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Arabian, and many more. Us Trinidadians are known for our way of saying things and our slang. Let's learn some now. Our first word is mako. So mako means to be all up in someone's business, otherwise known as an eavesdropper for the sole purpose of gossip. Trinidadians are famous for being macos, and we do it well. The second word is lime. Lime is a noun and a verb in Trinidad. Most of you know it as a fruit, but in Trinidad, it means to hang out. For example, does anyone want to lime tonight? Or, where we liming? If you go to Trinidad, don't say hang out. Say lime. You're not going to sound silly because everyone knows what you're talking about. Our final word, some of you may know, is whine. To whine means to gyrate and rotate one's hips in a seductive manner. For example, she was whining in the party all night. Thank you for letting me educate you on this fabulous island. You never know. Next year, you might be whining in Carnival while liming and macoing other people's business. Trinidad has so much to offer. Our slang and Carnival is just the beginning. This has been Juana Hossain with your MACP News. Thank you and have a wonderful night.
More! Welcome to our national sport, this legendary game between the Dominican Republic and Haiti, guys. It's 1844 and we have our pitchers ready to go. The Dominican Republic has fought a long battle, but once they win this, they will be liberated and their fight for freedom will finally be over. If she hits this home run, it will be all over. She's got her style. Will she knock it out the park? Will it be a home run? Or will she strike out? Come on, Miss Dominican. Show us that this bloodshed was not in vain. And she's in. It's how we work. What a home run. Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Dominican has won their independence.
Being one of about 40 slave castles built on the Gold Coast of West Africa, a tour of this place will bring to life the history of slavery. And for our shopaholics who are eager to buy their crafts from the people of this motherland, we suggest to you the Accra Mall. Just like any mall, the Crawl Mall provides numerous of eating establishments and shops to feed even the biggest shopaholics retail hunger. Well, folks, that concludes our recommended attractions to visit in Ghana, as well as our flight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kotoka International Airport. Local time is 8:45 with a temperature of 82 degrees. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. On behalf of American Airlines and the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you in the near future. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Is acceptable. And my heart pours out that the love of my life, Anthony, has gone against me.
All hail Queen Cleopatra, the Queen of Wisdom. How am I to stay with a man who doesn't respect me? A man who expects my home to only be in the kitchen. Should we not stand up for ourselves?
Sweet noble woman, you must demand your position, not only in the household, but in society. Because educating a man, you'll educate an individual. But when you educate a woman, you'll educate a nation.
All hail Queen Cleopatra. What shall we do? The Romans are taking over our land.
We must declare war. Who am I, you ask? I am the magnificent Queen of Egypt, Cleopatra VII, and I live to serve my people.
Caribbean dish. Do you have any more questions? Well, how do you prepare it? Well, the instructions and ingredients for jerk chicken are listed to my left and my right. We don't have enough time to actually prepare it, but I do have a sample for our judges. I hate to catch this short, but I have to catch my boat back to Jamaica. Thank you for viewing this week's episode of Caribbean Cuisine with Chrissy. I'm your host, Chrissy. Hope to see you next week. We'll be making hot meat and saltfish. Thank you.
We are Afro-Caribbean, African-American, black girls with natural hair, wide noses, big teeth, and brown skin from the hood of the suburbs of Chesterfield County, Richmond, Virginia. And our melanin is always popping. But we can't even go to an African party without being asked if we're actually African. We can't walk up our ways to our soca music without being asked what we so excited for. We can't even go a year of our lives without being asked by some uneducated American to say something in African. African is not a language. Oh, and I can't forget my favorite question. So, if both your parents are from Africa, right? How come you sound so white? As if to say a race has its own sound.
But wait, my race does have its own sound. A sound so profound, nothing from the lungs of people who were once told that they were hellbound for just being born of a certain color. It's the sound of men and women gasping for air as they're being hung out to dry like laundry. My ethnicity is the sound of bombs and bullets ripping the flesh of an undeserving man in my grandfather's village. It's the sound of iron bars shutting behind an innocent man named
Nelson Mandela, my race, is the sound of me screaming, I can't breathe. Not because I'm being choked by police, but because I'm suffocating on the ignorance of this generation. My culture is the sound of screaming voices harmonizing perfectly to sing their sorrows. It's the sound of my mother's voice, amongst other prayer warriors at the monthly night ritual, thanking God for getting them through the last 30 days and having faith in Him to get them through 30 more to come. My culture is the sound of a steel drum, playing sweet melodies celebrating life and liberty. It's the sound of feet pounding the road as waist gyrates to the feel-good mashup music we call soca. My ethnicity is the sound of the jollof rice loading on the stove.
It's the sound of drum beats, making traditional music that we can move our feet to. It's the sound of political laughter and boisterous conversation. My culture, my race, is the sound of my nieces and nephews laughter. It's also the sound of me praying that it's never robbed from them.
That they never experience racism. My race, my race, is the sound of 20 years of your idiocracy composed to 140 characters on Twitter. It's the sound I make when you feel that tweet is relevant. My race is the sound that your culture lacks. In fact, my culture is the sound of laughs on October 1st as families celebrate independence. A sound that cannot be muted.
My culture is my music.
And I'll be dirty whining to it.
Sweet woman forever.
Is it more to me than just my eyes? I simply saw a lady who can change perspective in a matter of seconds. It is her who has passed my line of vision and who I want to make mine. And nah, like this time it's not the average repetition. You see, you, my black queen. You are not a figment of imagination, but yet you managed to come from the most beautiful dream. See, my black queen, nevertheless, simple synopsis. Can I kiss your lips and combine our dreams to make the most wonderful euphoria? I want more of you. The way you walk, the way you talk. It sends a shiver down my spine to my soul. And I want it all the more to make it go. So, would you mind? Would you mind if I could talk to you for a second? See, you're not a figment of imagination, yet you're a part of the most beautiful dream. My black queen, my black queen. Would you be mine forever and never like me? Thank you.
It's what happened when I think about you.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may tread in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you so obsessed with me? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of time, just like hope, spring pride. Still, I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful pride. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hate, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meat of my thighs? Out of the hunt of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I rise, giving the gift that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Thank you.
This is for my sister, Tanisha Tyson, who was diagnosed with breast cancer in October of 2015. She is my survivor, my role model, and best friend. To the women of the world, why? All I can ask is why? Why you? Why my sister? Why her mother, his daughter? Why should any woman have to go through this? Women are found to be the most beautiful, poised, and elegant beings to walk the earth. They can play the roles of a caregiver, a leader, and anything else under the sun that they choose. But what is a woman to do when she's attacked from the inside by a force she did not know could even live in her? Cancer, the word we all fear, the word that has shaken even the most intelligent people and broken some of the strongest people I know. What is she to do when she feels a knot in her breast and many thoughts flood her head? What are her family and friends to do? Watching her go through chemo, watching them stick needles in her, watching her shake and cry, watching her throw up over and over and over again, watching money for treatment accumulate. Cancer attacks more than her body, it attacks her entire life and any and everything around her. It just makes me wonder, can she still be strong? Can she still be elegant? What is the mother, the grandmother, the cousin, or personally my own sister supposed to do when the doctor breaks the news and reveals the big C has entered her life? Does she give up? No, because she is a woman. She can do whatever she puts her mind to. You have to look past the pink ribbons, races, and marathons to the blood and tears shed to fight the battle that has emerged inside of one's own body. Anyone who has beat this demon deserves the highest honor. And the ones who lay at rest should not be looked over, for they stood the test, and their memory will last forever. Cancer does not discriminate. It does not care about the color of a person's skin, how much money they make, or how good of a person they are. Anyone can become its victim. From country to country, Jamaica to the USA. Breast cancer is the #1 cancer found in women. So let's take a stand, bring awareness, and fight for a cure. Cancer will not win. I repeat, cancer will not win. Sincerely, Christian Ray Smith.
Miss Trinidad and Tobago, how are you feeling tonight?
Great.
And your question is, how do you feel about police brutality?
Police brutality, something that has been in the news day after day. It needs to stop. It's unacceptable, and it definitely needs to stop. Thank you.
Miss Puerto Rico, how do you feel?
How do you feel tonight?
I feel dandy. Miss Puerto Rico, what is the biggest change you would like to see a young woman in the next generation make?
I want to see young women take over leadership because today men think that it's about them when it comes to leading. And women need to take a stand, and defend our right as women in the world. Thank you.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. You look beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Your question is, if you were running for office in the 2016 election, what would be the primary focal point for your campaign?
If I was running for election in 2016, my focal point would be education because I feel that everybody deserves the chance to go to school. Even if you don't have the money to pay for it, everybody deserves the right. Thank you.
Miss Donna, what are the sacrifices that you have made for this pageant?
Sacrifices that I have made for this pageant has been the long nights I've practiced. But overall, it's been a great experience and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
You look beautiful, Miss Egypt. How you feeling tonight? Your question is, if you can meet anyone from your country of representation, either past or present, who would it be and why?
If I could meet anyone, either past or present from my country, it would be Cleopatra, because she embodies what a woman should be. She embodies leadership, and she plays a major role in her country in changing things. Thank you.
Miss Jamaica, you look great tonight.
You look great as well.
I thought it was going to be so Miss Jamaica, if you were judging this pageant, what characteristics would you look for when choosing the winner?
I would look for a woman who is confident and beautiful inside and out. She has to be friendly and optimistic as well, so she can greet people and be the queen that she was born to be. Thank you.
You used to call me on my, you used to.
show me the better. Get me vex, and won't make it break up. You be my princess. Stop for one, but that don't make sense. What you want, knock out yourself. Come out for no sense. Take me free, give me for better, for worse. I will love you tomorrow, till your life forever be gone. You know that I got you. Anything when you want, I go buy too. Oh yeah, baby, I love that. So I take it, my darling. Good morning, all my day, baby, how you feel? Sorry, I'm finding wrong. For you, my silly, tell me how you feel. So mommy, I want it. This one is for you. Oh yeah, baby, I love that.
The second runner-up, Miss Tribe, right?
Yes.
Is, can I have a little drum roll? Contestant number 2, Miss Puerto Rico. Miss